Alright guys, first fish. Finally found one. Go over, I gotta grab the net. Alright, got the net now. I apologize about the wind noise, guys. It's blowing 20 to 25 miles an hour down here, right out of the north. There's just not too much I can do about it, but looks like we got a laker. Let's see here. I'm all alone today, so this makes this a little tough, but just gotta play them out. Current is just doing the craziest stuff today. It's been really frustrating this morning. Broken off 4 times already. I'm running 12-pound leader and still just snapping off on rocks. Just brutal, absolutely brutal. It's so hard to read the float with the wind. That's a nice fish. Let's see if we can't get him here. Oh. Nope, not that time. See if we can get him this time. Oh, come here, buddy. It is hard netting fish by yourself down here. See if we can get him right there. Come on, buddy. There we go. Woo, we got him. We got him. Nice laker. Oh man. Slippery. Also just freezing cold. Freezing cold. That's a fresh fish right there. It's all clean. When these lakers start to get old, they get like wrinkly. Like they literally look old. And they started to look like that, but that's a fresh looking one. Hit my secret color. Let's see if we can't get him unhooked here. Alright guys, once again, I apologize about the wind noise. There's just not much I can do. Let's show this fish off real quick. Come here, buddy. There's a nice laker. Not a huge one, but a nice fish. So I'll get it right back. There it goes. Alright, it's number 1 in the morning. I lost one other one, just got a couple of head shakes out of it. And that was it. But let the wind stop. But I apologize again. The wind is going to be tough in this video. I'll do my best to kind of tuck you behind a rock and hide you from the wind and talk real loud. But we're going to try to make the best of it. This is my last day off here in November from work. So just trying to make the best of it. It's just not good conditions. We got great watercolor, great flows. But the wind is just making it tough. My float's sitting there doing that, you know. I finally had a break in the wind and literally my float stood up and drifted 10 feet and went down. So they're there, it's just a matter of getting on them. So I'm using my Sheffield rod today, 13.5 footer. I got the big long handled net with me today. Also running a Sheffield 3/4 ounce float. Running some 10 pound down to, or 12 pound down to 10 line, 12 pound line. I'll go more in depth here in a little bit, but I'm gonna take advantage of the early morning here and see how many we can get. So let's get back to fishing. Whew. I am happy I got the gloves today. The air temp is like 39, 40, like something around 39 or 40, which isn't terrible, but that wind chill has got to be, you know, it's got to be below freezing. I mean, my hands are frozen after touching that fish. So let's get back out there and see what we can do. Alright guys, I gave that spot about an hour. I can't fight the wind anymore. It's literally just dragging my stuff either up or down, or the current's going in circles. So I'm gonna try to move upstream, hopefully find a spot. If not, might end up right back here, or totally aboard on the river and go try a creek or something. So we'll see what we can do. We did get one fish out of there, lost 2 others. I don't know, I'm getting, you know, 1 good drift out of 15, so not much I can do there. So let's get to walking and see what we can do somewhere else. All right, hooked up. We found one. It's running in the middle of the river. That's not good. Well, there that goes. Oh yeah, struggling today, guys. Really struggling. Found a section with only a couple guys around, and decided to fish it. Never fished here before though, so we'll see what we can do. Just fishing this inside water right through here. That's where they're going to be laying. But the drift is just so challenging. So challenging. Found one. We found one. Man, struggle. There's a big fish. We really move it. I apologize again about that wind. I'm trying to tuck the reel behind the camera behind the reel to block some wind, but it's blowing so hard today, guys. I'll pull them up out of the depths. Sheffield's doing work on them. You can see that float down there in front of me. Oh, that's a big fish. I can barely even move it. You can hear the wind ripping through the guides even.
Dude, my hand's getting tired. It's like fighting a salmon. Good thing I got 12 down to 10. I'm using all of it right now. Buddy. There he is. Wow, that's a big fish. Big fish. I gotta get to the net. Alright, net. Not quite. Oh, I missed him. Netting fish in the Niagara is one thing. Doing it by yourself is another thing with this long of a leader. Come on, swim it. There we go. Whew. Wow. Alright. You can see that one bit the chartreuse. I'm gonna get that fish unhooked and we'll show them off. Alright. Whew. Apologize about the wind noise again. It's gonna be just brutal today. I moved spots and it's my second hookup in this spot. I think the first one was hooked funny, but this one smoked that chartreuse bead. And what I was talking about earlier, this is an older fish. It's been in the river for, you know, a little bit of time because they're not as fresh. You know, it looks a little more wrinkly, a little more banged up, but man, it's still a beautiful fish. We're gonna get this one right back. That fish is 12 pounds all day long. There he goes. Oh, and I'm soaked. All right, we're making a little morning of it. It's about 8:45 now. We're fishing for about 2 hours and finally got some drift going and got the depth figured out. I've never fished right here. I've walked by it a couple times and always thought it looked good, but just never had the reason to come down here. But all the other spots are full right now, so I was like, well, might as well go try to figure it out. So that's what I did, and second hookup, got him to the bank, got him in. So we're also heading from the wind just a little bit. It's still pretty brutal though, but not as bad as the other spot. So all right, let's get back to it. Guys, so finally got good watercolor here in the Niagara. Early part of November here. It's full of Lakers, steelies, browns, just some salmon swimming around. I seen a couple this morning. But we got about 1.5 foot of visibility, maybe 2 feet at times. It's changing pretty consistently today. But we're just fishing this inside water. I'll do a cast for you here to show you what we're fishing. It's really close to the bank. Right about there, and it's about 10 feet deep right there. And you know, the current kind of swirls around in here, but eventually it'll go right down the edge of the bank there, and it's when that Laker bit. So we'll see if we can get another one. whole nother rig is tangled in them. He bit my bottom orange one. And there's a green one stuck in its back. Actually, it's a glow bug. That's what was stuck in his back. Helped him out. I'm gonna try to do this the best I can. It's a nice fish. Here we go. Nice laker. Get him right back. Nice. That's fish number 3? Yeah, 3. We're like 3 for 6 right now. You know, it's just one of those days. It's gonna be tough. The wind is just blowing so hard, and it seems like because the wind is blowing so hard, it's just making it really, really tough. The current is just constantly changing, I think, because of the wind. And you know, it's hard to get a consistent drift, which is making it hard to get a consistent depth. You know, you're drifting one way that's 10 feet deep, and you're drifting the other way it's 15 feet. And it's just making it really tough. But I think I'm gonna slide down a little bit and set up again so that the drift is a little more consistent down there. Right here, it's kind of just swirly and bubbly. So, all right, I'm gonna go grab my bag and we're gonna slide down a little bit. Alright guys, just moved down a little bit. This drift seems a little better, a little consistent, a little farther out from the bank. Down there it was like against the bank. Managed to get 2, but it was tough. So hopefully we can do a little better right here. You know, I got most of the day. Probably get out of here about noon or so. But we got a few more hours to go. We'll see what we can do. So alright, let's get to it. Just kind of, I've worked my way, I was all the way over by that guy, and I've worked my way down to this point, and nothing down here. Kind of surprised. This is the most consistent drift along this whole way, and I don't know if the bite's just off right now, or I'm not fishing right or something, but I'm kind of surprised I haven't gotten a bite yet. Oh, there's a fish. Is it? Oh, is that a fish? No. I think it's fishing line. Shoot! I hate breaking off, especially down here. I just broke off the bottom. That's not too bad, I guess. Looks like some other guys are coming down now too. Go get this retied and see what we can do. Alright guys, I'm gonna show you real quick. Just made a little change. Still got this chartreuse egg on. Still got 12-pound leader, size 6 hook. And some 10-pound leader. I changed up down here. I put a 12 mil soft bead on. Just trying something different. I know there's fish laying in here. They're just not cooperating. So let's see what that can do. Alright guys, just made the climb out of that spot. It's been an alright morning for the conditions. The wind just made it so challenging, really. I was planning on going to a certain spot on a point, of course. There was just no way. I walked out there this morning and it was white capping in the river. So just how it goes some days. So we're gonna get this hike going. Alright guys, back at the truck now. That's gonna wrap up today. That was day 4 of the fishing vacation pretty much. Back to work tomorrow. So made the best of it. Covered a lot of ground and found out that the fishing is really tough, just everywhere. You know, there's just not a lot of water. We had good color today, but it's just getting pounded. You know, on the weekends there's 20 trucks here, and it's a Tuesday and there's 20 trucks here. So, you know, what can you do? We'll just fish around and try to make the best of it. Don't forget to head over to buffalotackle.com, grab your Sheffield float, Sheffield rods, Riverside rods, Challenger jigs, all sorts of stuff like that. Code WillsWorld, 10% off. That'll help you out at checkout a little bit. And that's gonna wrap it up for me today. We ended up doing like 3 for 7. And yeah, the wind just, that was brutal. Hard north wind, 20-25 miles an hour, and it's just impossible. All the guys I talked to down there were like, couple here, couple there. No one was doing too hot, and the boats were doing just terrible. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.